Sometimes we just overcomplicate things. Sometimes you just need to buy Bitcoin. Realize you're escaping fiat. Take that long-term perspective. Here's some crazy stuff. Giga Chad, Michael Saylor, he bought another $1.1 billion worth of Bitcoin. Can you believe it? It's crazy numbers. Crazy numbers. This conviction of this guy. It's unreal. It's unreal, guys. And it teaches an important lesson. If you can have that long-term perspective, you believe that Bitcoin's going to $1 million per coin, then the rest of it's just noise. Oh, I know. You got some shit coins in your bags. You're hoping, you're praying. Please let them come back. I get it. We've all got those shit coins, right? But the big picture of what's being built here, the fundamentals of this industry, literally never been better. And when you see the conviction of Saylor coming out, buy another $1.1 billion of the Bitcoin, average entry price like 60 grand. Dudes, it's crazy. And then you realize it's not just Saylor holding up this entire industry, the guy, just coming out and buying crazy amounts of Bitcoin all the time and single-handedly saving crypto day after day. No. There's a lot of big money coming to this space. Look at Tether, man, Tether. Did you see the recent report on this? Tether, by the way, we have that on our website. Tether, these guys made more freaking money than BlackRock last year. BlackRock, the $10 trillion asset manager. This is such a tightly run company. And guess what they're doing with all their profits, or at least a big portion of their profits? They're dumping it back into Bitcoin. They're also buying gold. So shout out to my gold bags just reached a high price of like $2,600 per coin. That's nice. But the truth of the matter is the Tether guys are buying truckloads of Bitcoin because they understand. Ironically, they run a fiat currency stablecoin business, but they know the fate of the dollar is sealed long-term anyway, and they're buying Bitcoin. Conviction, right? Ethereum ETFs, I know, have been lame, but when you look at the Bitcoin ETFs, man, I know we've had some outflows in recent weeks, but today was a $250 million inflow day. The total inflows of all Bitcoin ETF products year to date, $17.5 billion freaking dollars. And we have more and more players coming on board all the time. The wirehouses, the big banks, all that stuff are now just starting to pitch it to their customers. The big game is upon us. BlackRock, these guys and their Bitcoin ETFs, they're making a land grab here, guys. You have to understand that. We are seeing huge sums of money coming into these Bitcoin ETF products. It's not always straight up, but if you look at it across the scale, and if you come back in 5 years' time and see where we are, there's going to be tens of billions more, maybe even $100 billion in total net inflows into these ETF products. It's that crazy. And I know it's easy to get distracted by the noise and all the scary stuff going on out there. I get it. But if you can take a long-term perspective, if you're dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin, you're going to make it. Okay? And I've got a few more thoughts on this. But real quick, by the way, if you're not signed up to the newsletter yet, get signed up to the Gosh Darn newsletter. It's awesome. 140,000+ people a week are reading this bad boy, getting the latest insights, news on meme coins, altcoins, Bitcoin, everything else going on in this industry. Check it out. Link in the description. It's free. You'll love it. So we're at an interesting situation right now. We have rate cuts coming up next week. And I know there's two minds about it. Oh, rate cuts are coming. It's going to be bearish, and we're going to see the end of all things, the greatest recession ever of our generation. The new Great Depression's coming. And there's some interesting perspectives on why we could be seeing a recession, why it could be a bad one. But then there's all this other conflicting data that says maybe not yet. We might still have a while before that actually plays out. And in that scenario, we have a massive melt up in risk assets. Yes, that's Bitcoin. Again, long-term perspective, you can hold your Bitcoin till the 2030s. Your chances of making it financially are going to be massive. $1 million Bitcoin in the 2030s, that's my prediction. It's been my prediction for a while. I think we still see that come to pass. But look at stocks right now. Stocks grinding up, still just a hair away from hitting new all-time highs for the key indexes. And that's after the big tech stocks have sold off. The lower cap stocks are starting to rise up with some ferocity. Gold, $2,600 an ounce now. I think we got 20, maybe we got $25.97 or something today, but it's absolutely crazy. And if we look historically, Bitcoin has followed behind gold. Okay? So this recent move in gold going absolutely bonkers could be foretelling of what comes for Bitcoin in Q4 of this year. With all the tailwinds we have going on right now, we have the rate cuts. We don't have a recession. We have all these other positive things that are starting to happen. The elections, the likelihood of a pro-crypto presidency in the USA, and on and on and on. So many things coming, okay? Very big stuff. And look, long-term, fiat's a dumpster fire, man. We all know it's gonna trend to zero against Bitcoin. So the question is, do you have enough? Do you have the kind of conviction that someone like Michael Saylor has in your Bitcoin stack? Can you hold on long-term? Are you actually an investor in this asset class, or are you just here to speculate and hope to make a few bucks really quickly? Newsflash, you can actually do both. You can speculate with the altcoin stuff, stack more Bitcoin, hold it for the long term, because the long-term picture for Bitcoin has quite literally never been better. When you understand that, things get real crazy real fast, okay? Don't lose faith. The best times for this market are still ahead of us, and the best years for Bitcoin are 100% still ahead of us. So there you go. That's it. Peace from Sydney. Bye.